Oopsie. Guy. All right. Good evening, everybody. Sorry for that. I had forgotten that my microphone was that my microphone was unmuted. The the drama of working from home. Welcome everybody to today's session. It's going to be an interesting one. A very interesting one. I hope you guys are doing well. It's been long. We've been looking forward to having you guys join us for our session, and so karibuni sana. I hope you guys are doing well. Mnaweza katuambia pale kwa chat where you are joining in from. I'll be having my colleagues pale kwa chat also answering our questions, picking questions then for our speaker, who will be attending to them later or in the course of the session. So karibuni sana, and I trust that you guys are having a good time and are looking forward to a good time in this webinar today. So welcome to CloudForceSky webinar. At CloudForceSky, we are a learning community comprising of cloud enthusiasts, people who have come together to learn about IT and specifically cloud computing. And so we are people with different skill sets, people at different levels of certification. And in the community, we always encourage each other to learn and build. And so this webinar is just one of those forums through which we get to achieve that. That is learning and building. So if you're new here, and this is your first time to join us, karibu sana, and feel free to reach out to any of us. You can reach out to us on LinkedIn, or you can also reach us through the links that will be provided on the chat section and join our community. We'll be very happy to have you. So today we are so happy to be having Miss Loice Muteti with us. Loice is a leadership and transformation coach who will be taking us through a very interesting topic, overcoming imposter syndrome. And so we are really looking forward to learning a lot from her concerning this topic. If you've been suffering from this, of which we actually discovered even as a community that it is something that plagues most of us in the community, especially when you are just in a new space, or even in a space that you're used to, but you are not very sure of your skill set, you're not very sure of yourself. Maybe by the end of this session, actually not maybe, we are looking forward that maybe by the end of this session, we will have learned how to overcome this. So as we, thank you Loice for that. So Loice and my other colleagues will be sharing links, important links that you can click and join our community and follow us via our different handles. And so I believe we can start the session right now. Just to check, is Miss Muteti on the call?
Mrs. Muteti.
Oh yes, Mrs. Muteti. Is Mrs. Muteti on the call? Yes, I can see you. Good evening.
Good evening, how are you?
Doing good. Karibu sana. Karibu to CloudForceSky.
Asante sana.
And
thank you so much.
Please take over, introduce yourself, and just take us through the session. Karibu.
Thank you so much. That is who? That was who speaking?
Oh, this is Patrick, events manager from
Patrick.
CloudForce. Yes, Patrick Odiambo, the events manager from CloudForce. Thank you.
Wow, thank you so much, Patrick. My name is Loice Muteti, as you have heard, a leadership and transformation coach, and I help people just like you to unlock and leverage their leadership potential. And that's why we are here this evening. I'm so excited to see all of you here. I was asking Leah, I don't know what you call her, what is this CloudForce? Because I don't think I've ever heard of it before, but I'm so happy that eventually I am here. So allow me, I'll put off my video, and then I hope I'll be able to share so that we are able to go together. Thank you.
Sure.
my first time using this Google Meet. So I'm hoping, I'm used to Zoom, and today I'm with technology people, so they will help me out. Are you able to see anything?
Yes, your presentation is loading.
Has it loaded?
Yes, it has.
Great. Thank you so much. So Loice Muteti, leadership and transformation coach, taking you through overcoming imposter syndrome. And I want to start from here. You have been given that promotion. You've been appointed to be that team leader, project manager. And the first thing that comes to your mind is, it can't be me. It can't be me. How can it be me? No, it can't be me. You can imagine the boss has seen that you are able, but here you are saying, it can't be me. Or, no, I don't deserve to be here. This place belongs to high-tech people. This space belongs to people who have more qualifications than me. This space belongs to people who are better than me. And I want to ask, does this sound familiar? Does this sound familiar? Maybe you can put in the chat if that is you at one point in your life. Say yes in the chat. Yes in the chat. I will not be able to see the chat because of this presentation, but let's engage there. So many times we find ourselves in this space where we doubt ourselves, we doubt our abilities, we feel we don't deserve to be there. And as we begin, that is why we are here this evening, so that now we can start identifying strategies in which we can overcome this kind of syndrome. And I'm coming to it as we go along, so don't worry, we'll come to it. So the first step, because I want to go straight to overcoming this syndrome, and we are going to look at the characteristics of it, so don't worry, you'll be able to identify yourself if you have not. The first thing is to catch yourself. Ladies and gentlemen, self-awareness is the first step to overcoming imposter syndrome. You must be able to identify those patterns, those thoughts in your mind that are telling you you are not enough. What is it? You have to identify the what. You have to identify, when does this happen? In which situations does this happen? Where? How does it happen to you? Do you feel a flutter in your heart? Do you feel it in your tummy? What do you feel during such situations? So self-awareness is the first step to overcoming imposter syndrome. And we're going to see what this imposter syndrome is. So the first thing is to identify the patterns, get to know the what, the when, the where, the which, the how. Now, as I take you, yes, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you, but the slides are moving. We are still on the first one.
My goodness. So how do I go? Now you are the ones to help me. Oh my God. Let me try this show presenter view. I don't know. Let's see. Is that moving now?
You can click on the second one. I think we should be on the third or fourth.
Are you seeing the second one?
Yes, on the side, but it's not on the main screen. Maybe you can put it in the slideshow mode.
Okay. I told you this is tech now. I've never used Google Meet. Okay, let me close and let me start all over again.
No. It is. We can see it can. It can be. It can't be me. Go to the next slide. I think.
Don't close.
Don't
Go.
close.
I don't close.
Go to your top right, top top left. Where is that button? Refresh.
Refresh.
Up a bit. Up. Then right.
Right. I'm already in this presenter mode.
On the top. On the top.
On the
Lewis.
Yes.
Okay,
Yes.
Mrs. Muteti, can you try the slideshow? On the slideshow, we will not be able to see the chat, but at least we'll be able to see the full slide presentation.
Okay, let me try again. This Google Meet is not like Zoom, eh?
No worries.
No worries. Okay, just a minute. I understand. I have to open the PowerPoint first. Then
Share your screen.
Then now I share my screen. Okay, yes. Then now I use this. Can you see now?
It's loading. Yes, it's now. It has loaded.
What can you see?
It can't be me.
Good. All right. So at least I'm there now.
Yes.
Yes, now this is where we started, that you say it can't be me. After all that promotion, after that recognition, you are saying it can't be me. Then this was the third one where you are saying I don't deserve to be here. We are together now?
Okay, we are still stuck at it can't be me.
I think then it's slow.
Yes.
Okay.
Good evening, Mrs. Muteti. Could you please go to the slideshow? There's that part written on the top slideshow.
In the PowerPoint presentation?
Yes, up there.
Yeah, it is written file, home, insert, draw, design, transitions, animations, then there's slideshow.
Okay, let me leave this Google Meet. I go back to my slide.
Oh, you actually needed not to leave.
Oh.
You needed not to leave. Just reshare the screen because it's already there. You just needed to click on that button.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that part. Then just from yeah, sure.
Let me try moving. Are you there now?
Yes.
Has it moved?
We see.
What can you see?
I don't deserve to.
Great. Yes. Okay, so that is where we started. We said it can't be me. Then we said I don't deserve to be here. Then now we start the process. Are you there? Catch yourself.
Mrs. Muteti, could you maybe stop the share, then now share your whole screen? Like share your whole screen. When you go to sharing on Google Meet, you'll see 3 options. Then you're going to see somewhere written screen, then choose entire screen.
This is so interesting. Entire screen.
Yes.
Yes, exactly. Yeah.
And then?
Then you start the share.
The share. What is that now?
Awesome. So you can go to their PowerPoint.
Whoa, what has happened here now?
No, it's okay.
Don't worry
It's
about
okay.
that. Just go to the PowerPoint itself. Go to the PowerPoint where you go to the slides. Go to the PowerPoint presentation. Just minimize this.
Where is the PowerPoint now?
It's on your desktop.
Okay, can you see it now?
Yes, there it is.
Then go from current slide. You see there from current slide.
Yeah.
Perfect. Awesome. Thanks.
You okay now?
Yes.
I am not an imposter. Hey. All right. Okay. So that's where we started. It can't be me. I don't deserve to be here. Is it moving now?
Yes, it is.
Great. So this is where we were. The first step is to catch yourself. Don't accept to be an imposter. So accept yourself. Catch yourself. Get to know the what. Get to know the when, the where, the which, the how. We were together there?
Yes.
All right. Let me see that you are moving. Okay. Can you see now the next slide so that now I start off nicely?
Yes. Sarah is a talented software
Great. Beautiful. Now we are in the step of identifying ourselves. So as we go through these slides, kindly now take note. Let us see whether you can identify yourself in any of the slides. So the first one, Sarah is a talented software engineer. She meticulously reviews her code, ensuring every line is flawless. Yet, despite her colleagues' praise, she constantly worries about making mistakes. Sarah's relentless pursuit of perfection leaves her feeling like she's never good enough. She sets impossibly high standards for herself, fearing any deviation will expose her as a fraud. And I wonder this evening how many Sarahs we have in the house. And what are the characteristics here? Sarah is the perfectionist. What does she do? She keeps on checking on every little detail about her work and how she interacts with others. And we find ourselves there, that we cannot move. We are the perfectionist. Every detail we are checking. Is it perfect? Is it perfect? Is it going on? Then we replay those conversations in our head, searching for meaning or greater understanding about what others might be thinking. So you are stuck. You're not moving because you are concerned about what people will say about you. If it is an email you are doing, you are going to reread it and reread it and reread it. If it's an SMS, you can't even send because you are fearing. What if you send and you are judged? What if you send and you are misperceived? You know, you keep on downplaying or criticizing what you've done just before showing it to others as a way to stave off negative feedback. You keep on going through steps and steps to repost or even to reprint work if a mistake is posted. This kind of a person, the perfectionist, like Sarah, never delegates any work. They never delegate any task. They believe they're the ones who can do it well. Any other person will do it the wrong way. So they end up not finishing projects because it is not right. It is not right. It is not complete. It is not good enough yet. This kind of a person then is not even ready to share their ideas. They will go to that meeting. They are supposed to contribute, but they cannot contribute because they're still rethinking about the ideas they have because they believe they are not yet ready. This kind of a person will be fixated on the mistakes they have made. They'll make one mistake and get fixated on it. even when they are received with recognition or praise for a job well done, they are stuck, waiting until it feels right to get started. And I wonder, who in this house this evening is the perfectionist, just like Sarah? You are talented. You have what it takes to do your work. You have what it takes to get that wonderful, amazing job. But you keep on reapplying. You keep on repeating over and over because you can't send that application, because you can't ask for that promotion. You've set high standards, yes, for yourself. And this is what brings the trouble for you, because you are fearing that any deviation will expose you as a fraud. And I hope now we are starting to get the idea of imposter syndrome, where you fail as a fraud. I'll come and summarize that later. So that is Sarah. Talented, but yet she's stuck. That's what the imposter syndrome does for you. Keeps you stuck there because you are waiting for everything to align, because you are waiting for everything to be available, for it to be complete before you move to the next level. You cannot be a leader when you are stuck in this space. You must scatter this. You must do away with this perfectionism for you to move to the next level. Are we together? I don't know whether I can't see the chat, so let me just move on. Let's go to the next person. Meet Alex now. Now, Alex is a seasoned cybersecurity analyst. He has many years of his experience under his belt. He is actually regarded as an expert in his field. However, when faced with emerging technologies or unfamiliar challenges, Alex doubts his expertise. He fears being exposed as a fraud and struggles to acknowledge gaps in his knowledge, even though he is the most knowledgeable person in that team. Who is an Alex this evening? You are seasoned. You have been there for many years. You have all the expertise, but you are not showing up powerfully because there is a still small voice that says, they are just about to expose you as a fraud. You've been hiding. Kumbe, you are not this good. And anytime there is any emerging technology, and yet you have all the ability to tap on it, you are hiding behind because it is unfamiliar. And you are feeling, now they are going to know I am not an expert. This is an emerging technology. What? I am not an expert. They are going to expose me. They are going to expose me. And yet, you've been teaching all the others in that team. But yet now you are self-doubting yourself. You are thinking and feeling you are fraud. Meet the expert. That is the expert. You are constantly seeking to acquire new knowledge and skills. I don't know that you have seen those gentlemen and ladies who it is never enough. They are the experts. They are driven by a fear of being exposed as lacking expertise. So when that new technology comes, my friend, they are not going to sleep. They will work day and night to get more certifications, more trainings, more accreditation, because something within them tells them you are not good enough. You are not good enough. Now look at this person who is the expert. They will not apply even for a job until they meet all the qualifications. And in fact, when somebody calls them, hey, You are the cloud, do you call them what? Cloud engineer. That person will be like, no, I'm not. So they are plagued by a belief that they will never know enough, that there is so much that is there that they are not able to catch up. And no matter how the expert learns or accomplishes, they will do the certification, they will do the training, they will go and get a diploma, a degree, a master's, a PhD, become a professor, but still something tells them they are not enough. Now, this kind of a person will hesitate even to share expertise or contribute to discussions. Why? For fear of being found out as an imposter. My goodness. Who this evening can identify being the expert? I hope you are doing that in the chat. Who is like Sarah and who is like Alex? So we said Sarah was the perfectionist. Remember, we are on point number 1. You must catch yourself. Catch yourself. That is the first step to overcoming this demon we are calling imposter syndrome. When do you find yourself being a perfectionist? What happens when you find yourself that you are now the expert like Alex? Remember and notice that all these people are seasoned. Sarah was talented. She had it all. The expert is seasoned. He has all the experience. He has all the education. He has everything, yet he can't apply for that position. He can't request for that promotion. He can't tap on new technology because somebody will find out that I'm not good enough. Who are you? Now, Mike, on the other hand, is a gifted software developer. He effortlessly grasps new concepts. It doesn't have to he doesn't have to go back to school. You know, he's already gifted. God has bestowed this to him. He effortlessly grasps new concepts and excels in his role. But however, when he encounters challenges that require effort, remember him, he does effortlessly. It is so easy for him to do cloud computing. I don't know what you call them. It is so easy for him. He's gifted. He knows what to do. But when he encounters challenges that require effort, Mike becomes paralyzed by self-doubt. He believes success should come naturally. And now he whistles and feels ashamed when he struggles. Despite his many accomplishments, now Mike fears being exposed as a fraud if he admits he doesn't know something. So a challenge comes, he's challenged to explain something, and Mike now cannot do that anymore. It's like, no. Then, because of that self-doubt, he starts feeling ashamed because he has been doing it so easily and so effortlessly. Then now a challenge has come and he can't handle it as fast as he would desire. Then now he starts feeling ashamed and he struggles. And in that moment, Mike fears being exposed as a fraud. If he admits he doesn't know this new technology, he doesn't know this new challenge has come, who is like Mike this evening? Who is here who is gifted, and your area may not be software development. You could be gifted as a public speaker. You could be gifted as a lawyer. You could be gifted as somebody who sings. But when something comes, you are triggered. You are not able to continue. And in that moment, you start feeling as a fraud. You're even ashamed. What will people say? I mean, I have done this over and over again. What is happening? That is the natural genius for you. These are imposters, we are calling them. The first one is the perfectionist. Hope we are together. The second one was the expert. The third one is the natural genius, who, like Mike, are gifted. They know how to do their stuff. They are talented. They always excel, whether it is academically or professionally. And they do it with minimal effort. And you don't have to work very hard like some of us, because it is so easy for you. You even have the patience and the perseverance to do the work. So the natural genius fears that any struggle or any difficulty they encounter, this one is there to undermine their perceived intelligence or ability. So you can imagine this kind of a person you are working together, and something has come that you have to do things differently. I mean, there's always change. It's inevitable. Things will change. But this kind of a person who believed that they are able to do it with minimal effort, in a moment, they are caught up. And because they fear being perceived as fraud, they will avoid those challenges. So they have potential to do more, but they will shrink, because challenges, anything, any change could expose their limitations, and they struggle to accept constructive criticism or feedback. These are the people who cannot get any constructive criticism on them. You will not manage. They put a wall. You can't penetrate, because they believe, I am the know-it-all. I do it well. What can you tell me? What can you tell me? And so they will avoid situations. They will avoid challenges that expose their limitations. Who is the natural genius here? Who is like Mike, gifted in your area of positioning? I don't know where God has planted you. You are blooming there, but yet it becomes your greatest hindrance to unleash your full potential. You hide behind. You don't want any change. You want things to be at the status quo. But today, we are naming the demons. So put it in the chat. We are casting down demons of the imposter syndrome that come in as the perfectionist, that makes you stuck. You cannot move. You cannot delegate your work. You cannot finish the projects because you were waiting for the perfect time. You are waiting for everything to be okay for you to invent that new thing. We are casting those demons where you are the expert, and you are always looking and seeking for new knowledge and not taking time now to work on the knowledge that you already have. You are in a roller coaster, in school, because there is a void within you that you are seeking to fill. And yet this becomes your greatest enemy, because now you don't want to be exposed. You are fearing. You don't want any challenge. You don't want any new technology. Maybe you have been gifted. It's a great thing to be gifted, a great thing to be talented in what you do. But yet now it becomes a demon. It must be cast away. This demon must be cast away. And that's why we are here this evening. And the first step is to catch yourself. Catch yourself. Who are you? Are you Mike? Are you Sarah? Who are you? That is the first step. Let's go to the fourth one now. Let's go now to Emily. And Emily is a brilliant, talk about brilliant data scientist. She prefers to work alone. She excels only when she's given autonomy. But she dreads collaboration. She will work alone. She is very brilliant. She can do the work extraordinarily well. But only when she's given the autonomy. But where it comes to collaboration, where it comes to teamwork, Emily feels compelled to prove herself independently. Why? Because within her is a great fear. A fear that she will be let down. That a team will wonder, oh my goodness. So despite her having remarkable results, she struggles to accept that collaboration is the game changer. It is what will propel her forward. But she's stuck. She can't perform in a team. She can't collaborate with other people. She prefers working alone. And I'm introducing to you another demon called the soloist. Are you a soloist? You prefer to work alone and you are reluctant to seek help or even to collaborate with others. You will do it alone. You cannot expose yourself as you are asking for help. That others are better than you. They believe they must accomplish tasks independently to prove their worth and competence. It is only about me. So the soloist is hesitant to ask for assistance. I hope you can see that person in your offices. That gentleman who never seeks for assistance cannot even at all delegate any task. Atakufa nazo. He will go home with the work. Cannot delegate. And remember, delegation is the heart of management. That's how you grow other people. But the soloist can never delegate the tasks. It has to be done by me and by me alone. Because deep within, they are fearing it will reveal their perceived inadequacies or dependency on others. They will leave the office late at night. They will transnight, but they can never seek for collaboration. They can never seek for assistance. They can never seek for help. And that's why they are always the loners. They are alone. They are isolated. And they are overwhelmed by the pressure to succeed on their own. Who are you this evening? Are you the soloist? Who are you? It starts with catching yourself. Self-awareness is the first step to overcoming imposter syndrome. And I hope it is becoming clearer as we go. that you must catch yourself. That's why you must identify the patterns. Do you find yourself the perfectionist? Do you find yourself the soloist? Do you find yourself the expert? When does this happen? Where? In which situations? How does it happen? You must identify those patterns. You must identify those thought patterns that you find yourself in them. So the first step to overcoming imposter syndrome, ladies and gentlemen, is catching yourself. Catching yourself means that you are self-aware enough. You are able to identify yourself in any of these patterns of being a perfectionist, in being too much of an expert, of being, you believe you're the natural genius, or the soloist. And it is not over. Meet Jessica now. Jessica is an ambitious project manager. Now, Jessica jungles multiple tasks effortlessly. She even sacrifices her well-being to meet deadlines. Now, this kind of a person is always there, always doing the work, always. Carries even the work home. You know, she's juggling multiple tasks. So I'm imagining even Jessica is a mother, she's a wife. It could be you. You are the father, you are the husband. It could be you. You are not even married, but you are having this biashara here, another side hustle here. You are juggling everything effortlessly. But in that process, you are sacrificing your well-being to meet deadlines. And despite your achievements, despite Jessica's achievements, she feels like she's deceiving others by pretending she can handle everything. And I like the way God gives us this still small voice within us, that you can know when things are not working well. She fears delegating tasks or admitting when she's overwhelmed. She can never talk about that, because if she admits, she's going to reveal her incompetence. So she'll keep on juggling. She's here, she's there, she's there, she's doing. She seems to be doing very well in the office. She's very ambitious, mind you. She's the project manager. She's seasoned. She's an expert. She's there. She has earned it. But despite all these things and all these abilities, she cannot delegate anything. She does everything by herself. She cannot even admit that, you people have given me a lot of work. No, she'll keep on juggling, believing it will reveal her incompetence. And who is this person? That is the superwoman. That is the superman. Another demon. Can we cast it out? Cast it out, this demon. Superwoman, superman. They jungle multiple responsibilities and obligations with apparent ease, striving to excel in every aspect of their life. Now, this kind of people feel compelled to excel in their career, in their family, in their personal pursuits, and all of them at the same time. So the superwoman, the superman is constantly pushing themselves to the brink of exhaustion, fearing that any moment of rest or self-care is a sign of weakness or failure. Now, you will agree with me that this kind of a person, they struggle to set boundaries. They cannot even say no. They will carry that work home. because they want to prove I'm able to do my work at work, I'm able to be a family man, I'm able to be a student. At the same time, I'm running this, I'm the best in this project. And in that moment, they lose themselves because they cannot prioritize their well-being, even in the midst of the competing demands. Ladies and gentlemen, who are you? Self-awareness, number one. Getting to know who you are, how you show up is the first step. This is a first step. And maybe, Patrick, I would like to hear from the members, now that I can't see the chat. How are people identifying themselves from those demons that we are casting?
Yes. On the chat, guys have been identifying themselves variously. Interestingly, we even have others who have mixed demons. There are some who have a concoction of spirits, like Wayne. Yes. Ambrose says that he's an expert. Ambrose identified himself as an expert. I think Mugi has also experienced himself as an expert. Betty is an expert. We can also see there is Melody says that she's ready for exorcism. Then you can see Betty is also a mixed breed. So there are guys who have identified portions of the different demons, if I may call them so. We have someone raising their hand. Canton, go ahead.
Yes.
Canton, unmute and share. Share your thoughts. Canton ameinua mkono but he's not speaking. Yeah, we also have experts.
Yes.
I'm not seeing perfectionists on the chat. So they are still doubting.
And
they are still doubting.
They are still doubting. Yes. And the super people, are they there?
We don't have a super person as yet. Maybe they are still trying to juggle their thoughts before they admit.
But this is understandable because you are in the technology world.
Yeah.
So most of you would be here. You would be the experts.
Yeah, sure.
All right. Okay. That's nice. That's good feedback. So at least I can see we are together. Let's continue. So what we have been talking about, all the demons we have been talking about, is now what we call the imposter syndrome, where you think that people have an exaggerated view of your abilities, that no, it can't be me. No, I don't belong here. You must be talking about somebody else. Or the fear of being exposed as a fraud, because no, I don't belong here. It's meant for other people, and the continuous tendency to downplay your achievements. You have everything that it takes, but no, somebody calls you the expert and you're like, no, I've just done a little certification. You keep on downplaying your achievements and doubting your abilities till it feels like you are a fraud, and you feel inadequate and not good enough. So this is your space. Most of you here are from the IT space. It is fast-paced. So it's understood why the demons here were the experts. It's ever evolving. The technologies and methodologies are constantly changing. So it is easy to feel that you are falling behind, to feel that you don't truly belong, because it is moving very fast. So imposter syndrome can diminish your brilliance, make you push back your achievements because You don't believe you are the person, so you keep on pushing them down. And as a result, it can also make you now stagnate in your career, as you can see, because you'll not be able to unleash your full potential. The perfectionist will not be able to move on. The expert will just be feeling as a fraud. Fear will prevent you from soaring higher into uncharted waters where you're supposed now to be exploiting. There's something that is holding you down, something that cripples you called self-doubt. You can't even move forward. Stress and anxiety becomes your portion. Demons don't come with anything good. They put you down. Stress, anxiety, sleepless nights. You're overdoing the work to prove something. Burnout, depression. That is the impact and effect of imposter syndrome. And please add more in the chat. Add more what imposter syndrome does to you. When you start feeling like a fraud, when you doubt your abilities, you're not able to raise your hand and say, I am here, I'm ready for promotion, I'm ready to apply for that job, I'm ready to come with this new innovation. You play it down. You feel like a fraud, and therefore you don't show up powerfully in your brilliance. And the more you don't show up, the more it causes you more anxiety and more stress. The more you doubt yourself, the more you will not progress. You will not move. You will either overdo it, like the perfectionist, and end up with burnout, or you'll even end up with depression. Kindly put more in the chat. Put more in the chat about the impact of imposter syndrome in your life. Maybe it is anxiety. What is it for you? Patrick, read for us. What are they writing?
I can see. All right. I have seen one. Debilitating fear. Debilitating fear.
Yes.
Isolation is another one. Keep them coming. So we have those two for now. There's a third one, belittling yourself, which causes you to shrink, to shrink from the crowd.
Yes, you'll never show up.
Yes. So those are the three that have come in right now.
Okay.
There's another one.
I can see.
Martha says, I once gave a solution to something and everyone questioned whether I actually did it. Since it was outstanding, I lost morale and till date question whether I can actually do projects single-handedly or not.
Oh no.
Yes, that's from Martha.
Yes, so imposter syndrome can really draw us
Melody.
Oh, there's one more. Sorry, Melody, I skipped you. There's crippling self-doubt plus stress plus self-sabotage.
Oh, I love that. Self-sabotage, where you really want to succeed, but you're the same person who you are dropping the balls down.
Yes.
That's amazing. Thank you for that feedback. So you can see from our discussion, we can come up with 4 P's of imposter syndrome. And that is, you'll end up being a perfectionist, you'll end up being a people pleaser, you'll end up being a procrastinator, or you'll be paralyzed and stuck because of imposter syndrome. And I think we've talked about perfectionism, we've talked about paralysis, procrastinations, you never move. You keep on saying, I'll do that tomorrow. But because you are fearing, because of you are doubting yourself, you never do it. You keep on saying it is tomorrow, it is tomorrow, it is tomorrow, it is tomorrow, and you never do it at the end. And maybe you end up being a people pleaser. You are never there to do anything you want because you want it, but because somebody else wants it. So you try to fit in other people's shoes so that you can be seen to be able, so that you can be seen that you can actually do it. You are not able to have clear boundaries. You are not able to say no. You are a yes person. Yes person. And then you end up overwhelmed. You cannot help yourself. I wonder, which of the 4 P's have you found yourself in? Perfectionism, people pleasing, procrastination, paralysis, where you are stuck. Kindly put that in the chat. Let's see which one. Remember, we are in step number 1 in overcoming imposter syndrome. And step number 1 is self-awareness, is getting to know, catch yourself, get to know where you belong. Any comment?
Yes, we have 2
Is there any?
3 actually.
Yes.
They are coming in. All right. So we have procrastination. We have people pleasing. We have people pleasing and paralysis.
Wow. Yes, thank you. That shows that we are together. I like that. So, in catching yourself, you must silence that inner critic that tells you are not good enough. And as you have said, catch yourself. Notice the thoughts present in your mind at that time. Remember we said the when, the what? At that moment, catch yourself and notice the thoughts present in your mind. You will realize when you calm down and you catch yourself, you realize those thoughts are negative. You will not now no longer be moving unconsciously. You will now start becoming conscious of your thoughts. And that is the only way you can silence that inner critic. That is the only way now you can tell the demon, move, because you are getting back your power. You silence that inner critic by reframing immediately. So when an opportunity comes, it's a time for you to shine. You have been called upon, promoted, given an assignment. You not start self-doubting yourself. You will silence that critic because you will be conscious. I've caught myself here. What am I thinking? I'm thinking I don't have the skills for this new project. I have the skills and I'm more than able to do it. So you repeat it every time. Keep on noticing the thoughts, reframe, and repeat it over and over again until now it is in your subconscious that this is now the new way. You must reprogram the first program that was in your mind, and it was in your mind through a thought, a negative thought. And you nurtured it so much through practice that you actually believed it to be true, but it is not true. So you must reframe that immediately and repeat it over and over again until now it is a new way of living. We are through with number 1. We already know how to catch yourself. We are already self-aware. Number 2, ladies and gentlemen, you are not alone in this journey. Just know you are not alone. And that is so reassuring, because sometimes you think it is just me who is having this kind of an issue. It is only me. I shy down from opportunities. You are not alone. Imposter syndrome. These demons attack all of us. You are not alone. Even the most successful people, they face it. And it is just for us to appreciate. Look at this. Maya Angelou, a literary legend. You know what she once said? She said, I have written 11 books. Can you imagine 11 books? But each time I think, they are going to find out now. I've run a game on everybody and they're going to find me out. Ooh, that was Maya. Can you imagine that? That amazing lady, a literary legend, And yet she found herself doubting herself even after writing 11, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 until 11. And she would still doubt every time she's releasing it. My goodness, people are going to find out. People are going to find out. I am not this good. I'm not this good. I'm not this good. Think of Tom Hanks, that American filmmaker and actor. Imagine what he said. No matter what we have done, there comes a point where you think, how did I get here? When are they going to discover that I am, in fact, a fraud and take everything away from me? Can you imagine? These are great men and women. So you are not alone. This is to reassure you. Take back your power. You are not alone. Even the most successful people have faced imposter syndrome. Think of Michelle Obama, for instance. She is a powerhouse woman, and we all know it, and we admire her. But I listened to her the other day. She speaks about imposter syndrome, those demons following her in all her life. Nevertheless, the risk she took, regardless, resulted in a success. While this is admittedly an exceptional example, Obama's story is a powerful reminder to never doubt your own potential. So be assured, it is not you alone who has this demon. Other people have had it, but yet they have also been successful. Our very own here, Lupita Nyong'o, she said, I go through acute imposter syndrome with every role. And you see the way we see her shining there, you think she doesn't go through it, but she goes through it every time. I think winning an Oscar may in fact have made it worse. Imagine, here we are celebrating her, but here in her own heart, she thinks, I am an imposter. Now I have achieved this. Hey, now, surely, what am I going to do next? What do I strive for? Then she remembers, then I remember that I didn't get into acting for the accolades. I got into it for the joy of telling stories. So what are we learning here, ladies and gentlemen? We are learning that imposter syndrome affects all of us. So you are not alone. You are not alone. So number one, catch yourself. Number two, be reassured. This is part of the healing journey. Be reassured other people also go through the same, so you are not alone. So stop diminishing your brilliance. Stop playing small. The demons may attack you, but they don't have to put you down. It is a choice you make every day that I'm going to be different, that I'm going to overcome these demons of imposter syndrome. Number three, we are overcoming imposter syndrome. And is to maintain a positive outlook in life. Instead of wondering why your boss chose you for this position, for this project, to do this assignment, or you have been asked to apply for this position, and imagining how everything will go wrong. Now, stay and acknowledge this reality. That the reality is your boss actually believes in you and trusts you that you can do a good job. And that's why you have been offered that opportunity. And that's why you are doing this. You are already good enough. So stop counting the losses and how everything will go wrong. You have what it takes to be successful, to be an achiever. So don't play small. Maintain a positive outlook. Your attitude is going to determine your altitude. Maintain a positive outlook. Number 4, we are overcoming the demons. Closely tied to that is affirmations, the power of affirmations, that you are not an imposter. You are not a demon. Separate yourself from that. You actually belong. You are here because you deserve it, because you are worthy. You got everything it takes to succeed. These are the kind of affirmations that you should be speaking to yourself every morning, every evening. That I got everything it takes to succeed. That I am competent and successful in my own right, and I am not a fraud. Affirm. If you are fearing your team is going to find out you are a fraud, reassure yourself that my team is keen to making sure we all succeed, that other people around me are good enough. You can delegate to them. They can accomplish the task. Don't get stuck. Don't get stuck. You are worthy. You belong. You are here because you deserve it. Affirm it. Speak it. Because words have got power. When we are casting down these demons, we must speak. Because the sound, your voice has power. Speak it. I've got everything. So let's see in the chat your affirmations this evening. Let's see your affirmations this evening in the chat. Affirm who you are. Affirm your truth. Who are you? You are not an imposter. You are not fraud. No, you are not. Who are you? Say it there in the chat. Patrick?
I can see. All right, I can see the first one. I belong. I am competent in my own right. I am not an imposter. I am worthy. I belong. I am as competent as everyone else in my team. Very nice.
Amazing. Amazing. And and you can see, the more you affirm yourself, the more you gain back your power. You gain back your power. Nothing then now can distract you from your mission. You become a person with a vision, with a mission. You're no longer trodden down. You may fail, yes, but you rise up again. You are not an imposter. You belong. You sit at the table and you have a voice. Beautiful. It doesn't end there, ladies and gentlemen. You must chronicle your success. And you know, as a coach, this is one of the strategies I teach the ladies and gentlemen I work with. That every day count your blessings. And don't only count, but number them. Number them. Number 1, number 2, number 3, number 4. This is a beautiful way of living your life with gratitude as you chronicle your success, as you observe it and acknowledge it, as you remind yourself that, yes, I'm not an imposter. I am not fraud. I have actually achieved these things. This is my track record. I have done it. Then you are able to track your success over a period of time, weekly, monthly, annually. And the more you chronicle your success and journal about it, the more now you remind yourself that you are no longer the cat, but you are the lion. So number 5, chronicle your success. It doesn't end there. Number 6, celebrate your wins. Because winning is a big thing. So don't only chronicle it, but celebrate it. choose how to celebrate the appropriate way which makes sense for you and your team. When you recognize your wins, regardless of their size, you know what? Your brains release the feeling good neurotransmitter dopamine, which motivates us to accomplish even more. So celebrate your wins. Don't just stay there. Live life. You only live once. So celebrate your wins. The more you celebrate yourself, the more you reaffirm to yourself that you are worthy, that you deserve, that this is what it takes to win. There's some sound in the background. Okay. Number 7, you're almost there. Think like a non-imposter. What do I mean? Non-imposters know they do not know everything and they're okay with it. So even when you don't know something, like the way I didn't know how to do Google Meet, and I'm okay with it. You don't have to feel incompetent. You know? You don't have to. And neither do you have to, you don't have to feel confident for you to be confident. If an opportunity comes up, just show up for it. Go ahead and do it. Go feeling that, yes, I'm feeling this way, but go anyhow. Do it anyhow. Do it afraid. Do it fearing. Do it. There's someone I host a book club, and I had a lady there telling us, I did it sad. Yes, you do it sad, but do it anyway. That's the thing. Because, ladies and gentlemen, you learn that your mind does not know the difference between fear and excitement. They are all vibrations in your mind. So if you go out feeling the fear, which is a vibration, and it is vibrating so hard, and you go affirming that I am strong, I am able, I can do this, it is the same vibration. The frequencies will rise and it will be excitement. And even if you are feeling the fear, but you are going against the grain, then your mind will give you what it thinks it is, and that is you're excited to speak. So it will actually help you to speak better. So think like a non-imposter. You don't have to know everything. You don't have to be the best. You don't have to. But you can choose to win. Number 8, practice mindfulness. This is powerful. As a coach, I use this a lot. Any person who has interacted with me, they know that we practice mindfulness. What is mindfulness? It is being present. In that industry of IT, fast moving, fast paced, you need to calm down. Take a moment, breathe in, breathe out. And I want us to do that right now in this space. So at the count of 1, 2, 3, we're going to breathe in, then hold for 1, 2, 3 seconds, and then we breathe out. Our breathing in will be through the nose. We hold the breath in, then we shall open our mouth and breathe out and let it be longer. So get ready. Get ready. At the count of 3, we shall begin. 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Hold. Hold. Breathe out. We are going to repeat. I was showing you, I was demonstrating. So 1, 2, 3. Breathe in. Again, breathe in. Practice mindfulness. Take time in your busy schedules as you do cloud work to breathe in and to breathe out. Bring back power to yourself. Be calm. Cultivate serenity in your life. How was that demonstration? Put it in the chat. How was that demonstration? Are you going to apply it in your life? Are you going to take time to practice mindfulness? It could be even as easy as just going out, like this lady, breathing fresh air. How was that? Patrick, any comments?
Yes, we have one calming, another one quite a relief, and then Lewis says yes. So I guess he was answering the question, was it activities?
Yes. Beautiful. That's amazing. Let's move on. We talked about this already. Number 9, set clear boundaries. You can never be a yes person. You own your space. You must have space for your own well-being. It cannot be all work with no play. Set boundaries. Have clear timelines for family, timelines for your hobbies, timelines to be with your family. You must set clear boundaries, and it's only then that people will respect you. Remember, we are owning back our power. We are overcoming being a fraud. Set clear boundaries. Schedule time to do other things apart from work. Shine your way through. You can only do this when you have scheduled these activities. Number 10, we are almost the end. Don't beat yourself so much. Practice self-compassion. Have some grace for yourself. Even when you fail, even when you fear, even when there's self-doubt, have some grace for yourself. Don't critique yourself too much. You deserve. You are worthy. Even if it's a project and you feel you can't handle it, just start small and build on it progressively. You don't have to finish it all at once. Rome was not built in a day. Sometimes there'll be failure. Let not failure be a bad thing. Failure is a good thing because you learn. You get lessons out of failure. So make failure your friend. Fail forward. There's always room for improvement. So don't wait for perfection. Even if it's not the right time, even if everything is not in line, is not aligned, just make the first step. There's always room for improvement. You don't have to see the whole stairway. You just need to go step by step. Appreciate and honor yourself. Self-compassion. Acknowledge yourself. You have done this. Last but not least, go with the flow. Sometimes life will not happen the way you want it to be. Opportunities will not come the way you really want them to come. Don't beat yourself. Have some self-compassion. Go with the flow. It is just a season. It will end. It's not all winter all the time. No, seasons change. So hold on with a little patience. Move on, just go on with the flow. You'll get the right footing. Maybe you have applied for jobs and you're not getting them. Don't beat yourself too much. Silence that inner critic. Have self-compassion. Take time to center and get back your power. Go with the flow. Thank you so much. I've come to the end of my presentation. Over to you.
Wow. A round of applause to our speaker, the coach. That was so enriching. That was super enriching. And so we are going to take a few comments or questions from our members. Do we have anybody with a question? If you have a question, kindly raise your hand. Swali, comment for the next 2 minutes. I can just see reactions. I see those reactions. I hope the coach can see.
Yes, I can see them.
The community is very
yes,
happy.
Yes. Thank you. I can see them.
The community is very happy.
I appreciate.
Yes.
Thank you.
Awesome. So this has been a very educative, empowering session, and we trust that the community has greatly enjoyed the session and learned, and we are going to take action as always. We'll take actions and beat this syndrome, the imposter syndrome. And one way of doing it is by volunteering. One of us should volunteer to take us through the next challenge when we are meeting next. Loice was asking pale kwa chat if there is someone who is ready now to take the challenge. So those guys that have been feeling, mimi siwezi fanya challenge, I can't do the challenges. Now you have been encouraged by the coach. It's time for you to overcome that fear and just do it. So we'll be looking forward to engaging you, the coach, in our future discussions and our future sessions. We believe that our members will continue to benefit from the teachings that we have received today and the ones that we will receive in the future. Yes, and the coach has dropped her number. Please save it, and it's also going to be copied to the group. Leah, please copy the number to the group so that the ladies can reach out to her. And do you have a number for the gents? Or do you have a colleague who does coaching for the gents? Maybe there are some of us who also would love to benefit from the coaching.
Yes. Just use the same number, reach out, because it will come on a WhatsApp. Whether you are a lady or a gentleman, I have a group for gentlemen, I'll put you in there.
Awesome. Alvin says it was an eye-opening session. Indeed, he loved it. We all loved it. Martha says, wow, even her voice made me relax and be mindful. That's a good compliment. That's a very good compliment. Yes. So I will invite Leah to close the session for us. Leah?
Hello, everybody. It's been a fantastic time. As we all know, we have all been grappling with imposter syndrome. There is a lot to swallow. There is a lot to go and think about. There's a lot to go and meditate upon. So as we take whatever we take from the session, and if you need to come and review and revise again, Patrick will have the video on the YouTube channel. Then you can go back and revise and recheck and review again and again. And every time you need to remind yourself, you will find it there. We have a question from Janet.
Yes, Leah. So thank you so much, Coach. Actually, that session was really insightful. I'll want to request, I don't know if it's possible for you to share the slides for some people who might want to review them. You're muted, Coach.
You're muted. Coach, you're muted.
All right, I'm here. Yes, it's possible. No problem.
Thank you.
Okay.
Okay. If there's no question, no comment, I think we can come to an end. I thank you all for attending, and I thank you all for being here. Coach Loice, it's been fantastic. It's been really great. Thank you for coming through for us, and thank you for teaching us too many things today. There are too many to swallow at once. Nonetheless, there is a lot to think about.
Yes.
Yes, especially
Thank you.
in this
Thank you. I really
self-aware.
appreciate. Yes.
Yeah. So
Asante sana.
You're welcome. It is us who should be really, really grateful. So we've come to the end. If there's nothing else, I think I bid you all a good night. Let us meet next weekend. We have the speaker from Savaco. If you know Savaco, we'll let you know more about it in the coming week. So good night, everybody. Good night, Coach Loice. Good night, Patrick.
Good night.
Have a lovely
Thank you.
evening.
Good night.
Bye-bye.
Asante.